Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narrative, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, we're going to talk about a clip that was sent to me. Shout out to Netob, or Netob. I hope I'm saying your name right, man. Forgive me. But shout out to him for sending me his clip of LeBron James getting schooled by Dwayne Wade in the 2003 Summer League. Now, if you guys remember, LeBron James and Dwayne Wade were drafted the same season, right? The 2003 draft. And then that summer, they had a summer league, right? They always have summer leagues, right? For the drafted players, right? For the young talent in the league. And I saw this clip that was sent to me, like I said. And Dwayne Wade was abusing LeBron James in his clip, man, in the summer league matchup that they had that season. And we're going to talk about this video because it's more the same that we've talked about before. As far as LeBron James and his lack of IQ, his lack of defensive abilities, it's on full display right here as a rookie. You see LeBron James doing the same stuff he does on defense now, back then as a rookie, guys. I tell you guys all the time, LeBron James has been bad on defense his entire career. He was never an elite defensive guy like that, where he was always great on D, always good on D, because he was very inconsistent. He just made a lot of mistakes on defense. Low IQ on defense. We're going to talk about this video, man. Dwayne Wade was giving the business. And that must be part of the reason why LeBron James joined him some years later. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel, guys. Once again, you know I am truly, truly humbled by all support, guys. Like I said, man, shout out to Netob for sending me this clip. All you guys that send me clips, email me, send me messages, all this stuff, man. I really believe this, guys. I really appreciate it. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I saw this clip of LeBron James against D. Wade in the Summer League in 2003. Now, it was only like a minute, maybe a 2-minute clip or whatever it was that I watched. And it was maybe, I don't know, 5-6 plays of Dwayne Wade matching up with LeBron James. They were matched up with each other. The thumbnail of this video is that, is one of the plays where they're matched up. And like I said, there was about 4 or 5 different plays that I saw them matched up on. And Dwayne Wade was stealing the ball from LeBron James. He was taking LeBron James off the dribble. He was getting LeBron James in triple threat position and jab stepping him into oblivion. I mean, he was just doing Dwayne Wade type stuff, that we knew from Dwayne Wade in this clip. And LeBron James was doing LeBron James stuff. Now, granted, this was not a full game, right? So I'm not saying that, Dwayne Wade's team won or there were no plays that LeBron James got Dwayne, because I'm sure there were some plays that LeBron James had that were good plays. But once again, what I'm highlighting to you guys here in this video, what I saw was highlighted is LeBron James' lack of defensive abilities, his lack of IQ, and the lack of him to make the players around him better. He just doesn't do it at that level. Yes, LeBron James makes people better to a degree, but we're talking about in comparison to the other all-time greats. He's not on that level. So when they talk about LeBron James carrying bums, and they love to talk about that first inning Cleveland, he had no help. None of these guys were good. They blame the management. Oh, they didn't get nobody for him. Meanwhile, you look into the facts and look at how many trades, free agents, how many signings they had. The number of players on and off the roster in LeBron James' first inning Cleveland, guys, is astronomical. I mean, astronomical. Like I said, people could talk about the age of some of these guys, where they were in their careers at the point when they came to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but this is still showing that the organization was trying to help LeBron James by getting veterans and getting guys that can show him how to win, help him win. So you bring in a Shaquille O'Neal, right, past his prime, but you still brought him in there, right, to help LeBron James out. Remember, that was Shaquille O'Neal's slogan, a ring for the king, when he got there. We've talked about guys like Carlos Boozer, who was a solid player, basketball player in his career, right? The LeBron James make him look good? No, he didn't. Larry Hughes, right? We've talked about some of these different kinds of players, the Drew Goodens out there, right? We talked about Ben Wallace that was on that team. We get it, an older Ben Wallace. We talked about guys like Antoine Jameson, who was on that team. He didn't make Antoine Jameson look good, right? Once again, he could have helped Antoine Jameson make the Hall of Fame, but he didn't do that for a lot of these guys. So we've highlighted many players that have on and off that roster when LeBron James did that first in Cleveland, and he just didn't maximize these guys. He didn't make them better, and apparently he didn't learn anything from these dudes. So like I said, this is part of the reason why LeBron James would leave the Cleveland Cavaliers, because his fans, and I'm sure he feels, I had no help. The team wasn't doing anything for me. Meanwhile, they were drafting all these guys, signing all these players, trying their best to get guys. LeBron James' play style wasn't conducive for winning, apparently, though. And we've seen that over the years. So when I tell you guys on these videos that LeBron James has been bet on defense for years, it hasn't just been since he was 35 or 37 years old. He's been bet on defense for a long, long, long time. When I tell you guys that LeBron James didn't just start flopping the last couple of years, he's been flopping for a long, long time, going all the way back to the first day in Cleveland. This is video proof of this stuff, guys. This is what you see in the video footage of LeBron James going against D-Wade in the Summer League. Just getting abused out there. And when they pump up LeBron James, right, they'll say, oh, LeBron James was NBA ready when he was in high school, right? And they'll talk about, oh, LeBron James at 18 was this. LeBron James could do this. When you had grown men that couldn't even do this. Well, when we talk about that, and then you see the fact that LeBron James didn't make an all-star team, the fact that LeBron James couldn't make the playoffs that season, that he had really zero to little impact on the court, it didn't seem like he was NBA ready. They just said he was NBA ready based off of his athleticism, based off the hype that he had, but he didn't seem better than Dwayne Wade. He wasn't better than Carmelo Anthony's rookie season, and he wasn't better than a lot of rookies were in NBA's history. So it wasn't like LeBron James was this crazy all-world rookie, and people like, yo, see, told you, this dude was ready from high school, coming and down. None of that happened. To me, LeBron James would have been better off going to college for a couple of years and then coming to the league. I think he would have been much better off. I think he would have been more successful earlier on. I don't think he would have had to train and bounce from all these teams. That, in my opinion, I think his fundamentals would have been better. He would have been able to play in a system and understand what it takes to play and sacrifice to win in a team sport. But he didn't go to college, right? Because LeBron James. They were giving him everything out of high school. So why would you go to the pros? It didn't even make sense for him to go to the pros unless you really wanted to be an all-time great and a legit all-time great. LeBron James' career, right, it's fabricated through the lines and the narratives, the excuses that they've made for him. So like I said, you're pumping up LeBron James about how ready he was for the pros. Didn't look like he was ready. And Dwayne Wade looked much more ready for the pros. He looked much more like a pro because he was, 22 years old, I want to say, when LeBron James and him first came in. LeBron was 18. He was 22, I think it was, when he came as a rookie. And he was much more prepared. And like I said, his game, you could tell, was more, it was more developed, right? The fundamentals were there more for Dwayne Wade those first couple of years. He didn't have the athleticism of size of LeBron James, but he had the overall skills that were better than LeBron James. The ball handling, to me, Dwayne Wade's ball handling was better. Like I said, just think about the defensive effort that he gave, the defensive impact that he had. He was better than LeBron James, man. He was more consistent than LeBron James until he started to have these injuries, which took away from his defensive abilities and the effort that he could give consistently on that end. But LeBron James out here getting schooled by Dwayne Wade in this video. And like I said, LeBron James would go on to win Rookie of the Year that season. Dwayne Wade would go on. I think he averaged 16 points a game his rookie year. I think he had some injuries he dealt with that rookie season. I think he played 66 games maybe that rookie year. But the Miami Heat went to the playoffs that season, right? As a rookie, he went to the playoffs, the Miami Heat. And I'm trying to remember who was on that team. I think it was like Dwayne Wade, like Lamar Odom, I think was on that team. I think Caron Butler was on that team. I'm trying to think who else was on that team. I think Eddie Jones might have been on that team at the time. So you had some decent guys, right? Lamar Odom, Caron Butler, Eddie Jones. I think Udonis Haslem was a rookie that season also. I'm trying to remember who else was on that team. There was a couple other guys I'm trying to remember. I can't think off the top of my head right now. But they had a decent team. And I believe they won 42-40 that rookie year from Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne Wade, once again, was a key member. You bringing him in, started these games. And in the playoffs, he started all the games in the playoffs. And I believe they made it to the second round. I want to say they lost to I think it was Indiana Pacers in the second round. The Pacers that went to the NBA, these guys' finals and lost to the Detroit Pistons in 04. 4-2. But if you guys remember, the Pacers won 61 games that season. They were formidable. This was, I think, the year before the Mouse at the Palace. So a lot of people talk about how the Mouse at the Palace kind of derailed the Indiana Pacers, Reggie Miller, from winning a championship that year. Rick Carlisle was the coach, but you had Ron Artest there, Meta World Peace, whatever you want to call him. Jermaine O'Neal was there. You had Reggie Miller still there. You had a bunch of other key guys, role players on that Indiana Pacers team. They were very good. Like I said, so Dwayne Wade in the Miami Heat lost to them in the second round. Dwayne Wade led them in scoring in the playoffs. Like I said, so he was, having an impact and playing his game, right? Just seemed like a more well-developed player than LeBron James was those first couple of years because LeBron James come out of high school and didn't really have developed a game like that when you're in high school and you're just getting by off your athleticism. So in the clip, like I said, LeBron James ain't playing D like that. And like I said, his IQ looks bad. He's making bad passes. I mean, there was a pass there that he threw, a bounce pass. Dwayne Wade just picked it off easily and ran down the court and dunked it. I mean, my goodness, this is LeBron James. So he's been doing the same stuff since the beginning that he continues to do now. The turnovers, nothing has changed in LeBron James. What has developed? Whereas LeBron James' game evolved? No, it hasn't. It's devolved. It's declined heavily. LeBron James was ascending until he left Miami. Right on Miami, they had him practicing. They had him working on his game. He left Miami. You could tell immediately the game started to decline, the free throws, everything went downhill. Everything, all the little details went downhill for LeBron James, right? Look at the turnovers in Miami versus the turnovers when he leaves Miami. Where's the defense from LeBron James outside of Miami? They made him play defense, right? And I told you the team that he was on, the guys that were behind him, helped him be better on D. They made him look like a good defensive guy. All these guys, the Drew Goodens, the Julius Ilgauskas, the Anderson Varejãos, the Larry Hughes, the Eric Snows, the Udonis Haslems, the Birdman Andersons, the Shane Battiers, the Dwayne Wades. All of these guys were guys that were there to play defense behind LeBron James. They made him look better on D. LeBron James can't play D when it's just him. He's never done this. Did LeBron James impact the defense on the Lakers since he's been there? No, he's been terrible on defense. That's why you need an Anthony Davis there. That's why you need other guys to play D. So once again, shout out to all you guys that continue to support my channel. LeBron James getting schooled by Dwayne Wade in the Summer League 2003, showing us and proving to us that LeBron James has never been that dude on defense, and that LeBron James' game wasn't like that when he came out of high school, the way they try to pump him up. He was all athleticism. That's what he was. Dunks, highlights, running down. That's what LeBron James was, man. He ain't do nothing else like that. And like I said, the game has never evolved into something that we're like, yo, LeBron James, they'll celebrate 2018 LeBron James, who led the league in nothing, didn't play defense like that, right? And then they'll say, oh, he was robbed for an MVP. Robbed for an MVP. How good were the Cavaliers in 2018? They were nothing special. But they celebrate LeBron James in 2018 because there was nobody on his team. Again, he's carrying everybody out here. There's no one on the team. That's LeBron James. But you can't name a single team he beat in the playoffs that year. That's the best player of all time. Then Nick Wright will turn around and say that game one of that same finals is the greatest finals performance of all time. 51 points in a loss when you quit in overtime. When you didn't even know how many timeouts were left or the score was, and you blame J.R. Smith. The leader's supposed to let the players know that. J.R. Smith should have known because LeBron James should have told him. Once again, it's called having your team prepared in the moments. That falls to the leader, not J.R. Smith. Once again, he asked Ty Lue how many timeouts we had left. Dude, you should have known that. You should have known that also. Clown stuff. You guys know that's why LeBron James went and joined Dwayne Wade. Because he saw firsthand Dwayne Wade schooling him in the Summer League, and then he watched Dwayne Wade over those years, right? And he's like, yo, they developed a friendship, whatever it is, the Banana Boat crew, a bunch of weird stuff. They're doing each other's nails, right? They're doing each other's makeup. I told you, they're trading recipes, these dudes, weird stuff from these clowns, man. So he saw Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade becomes a champion in your same draft class, and then you go join him. He knew the deal. And then LeBron James disrespects Dwayne Wade and downplays his time in Miami Heat by saying, oh, I would be the same guy without my time in Miami. Dude, you're an absolute joke. You can never give Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat their props. You won't give them any credit. You won't give Eric Spoelstra, just like your fans won't give Eric Spoelstra credit for being a great coach. You never want to give Pat Riley any shots out. Nope. You don't want to give in Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh, any of these guys any shout outs. Your fan base destroys these guys all the time and says that you basically did all that with league minimum guys around you. Oh, Dwayne Wade's knees were bad. Chris Bosh wasn't even that good. Blah, 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 blah. That's why LeBron James joined Dwayne Wade, guys. That's why he joined Dwayne Wade. Because he knew Dwayne Wade was that dude. And the Summer League was first-hand experience he got to see that Dwayne Wade was better in that moment than LeBron James was. He was just better, man. Like I said, but he ain't going to get the hype, the celebration. He wasn't the chosen one, Dwayne Wade, right? He went to Marquette. Nah, he ain't going to get no credit, though, for doing his thing and balling out. I mean, like I said, I ain't never seen Michael Jordan get destroyed by Scottie Pippen like that. As a matter of fact, they told us, the stories that we hear in practice, is that Michael Jordan used to abuse Scottie Pippen in practice, abuse him, which is why Scottie Pippen became as great as he was. That was part of the reason for that development. Because Michael was going after Scottie Pippen in practice, right? Michael Jordan playing with the second unit, going after Scottie Pippen, making him better that way. But Michael Jordan wasn't getting abused by Scottie Pippen in practice. I never heard stories like that. I mean, they even told stories that Scottie Pippen couldn't even beat Michael Jordan in suicides. Undefeated in suicides. I don't hear stories like this about LeBron James. None of this stuff. We hear stories about LeBron James having his cookies, getting mad about cookies being taken from him, some weird stuff like that. That's LeBron James stories we hear from Miami. LeBron James wanting Eric Spoelstra fired behind the scenes, not really wanting to work on his game. He don't want to practice like that. But that's why you joined Dwayne Wade, because you knew Dwayne Wade was that dude that was going to take you to the promised land. He was going to show you the way. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.